Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Boise State Broncos offense takes the field to start this game off. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
He'll keep it himself. He breaks a tackle. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The play action fake. Rushes on him. Fakes the grab. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away.
Turning it on! Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Pass the tag. Touchdown, Broncos! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
So the Colorado State Rams offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to the right side. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. And the Rams have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Burrow. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football. You can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but It's some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Out of the shotgun on third down. He's got the back in the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Rams look to do some damage in the red zone. Give to the running back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's complete to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it.
There he goes to the right. He's at the 50. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. And the Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up. Caught in the backfield, it's Freeman.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kent State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback moving. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Still on his feet at the 45. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. We reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The sure hands, it's Coffee. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Rams will snap it on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Coffee. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run the screen. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The Rams started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got his man quickly. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Colorado State. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Broncos will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quickly complete. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go with a direct snap. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off play action on first down. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Myers on the move. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Thrust that arm out. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Buys a little time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Broncos! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Rams moving quickly to the line. Takes the handoff. It's Burr. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Wants to fire on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. from the gun, the ground game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, you've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Coffee. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Rams come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. The blue turf rumbling on this 3rd down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. He's got it. Touchdown, Colorado State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's see. He can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Freeman. tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Boise State. Great job by the back on the option.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Burr. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Using his legs, it's Burr. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He leaves it with his back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Oh, they're after him. On target to the left. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Finds a man in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Rams had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Rams! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open, I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Leaves it with the back. Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Broncos send out the punt unit. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Colorado State takes over. The Ram offense returns to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll go back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Finds his man. It's Burr. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
The RPO, it's complete. Got room at the 35. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it to the back. Breaks into the open. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. And the Broncos headed quickly to the line. The give on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point of the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Makes the catch. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a... You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Quickly out to the tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Looking to throw on 1st down. Back open in the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackle.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and time for their offense. The Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the option, he'll toss it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Gets open down the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And they'll take a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years. it.